Hi, I'm Mike Weaver from Defense First. We're going to take a little bit of time to walk through the 2025 season at Defense First. But first, a little intro.
At Defense First, we're all about taking back the control in the game. Instead of reading and reacting, we're all about initiating and dictating.
We work with defense of all ages, forwards of all ages, specializing in defense and thinking the defensive side of the game.
When we created all our drills, we focused on simplicity. We wanted to keep each drill so simple that the player could concentrate on the details. With our low player to coach ratio, we're focusing on giving instant feedback with every rep the player has.
With the game today and the speed and the offense that is created, it's essential for us as defenders to step our game up as well and try and take some of the control back in the game. Offensive players often get a lot of the attention and praise, but the truth is without people playing the other side of the puck just as well, you're not going to have success as a team.
Welcome to Defense First.
All right. Well, let's get started. I'm really excited about our 2025 schedule right now. We have a little bit of everything. And I love that we're able to cater to what you guys are requesting. So obviously when you go to Defense First, a little walkthrough, you got your camps here, the schedule, that's where everything's going to be listed. Every single camp for this 2025 season will be listed in there based on week. We usually have our July camps are our main camps, but then we also have a March break camp and we also have a holiday camp. So either holiday around the Christmas holiday and getting into the New Year's Day camps. So with each one of these, it's a different camp. So the Complete Defender, the girls Complete Defender, Focus. We have amazing Focus camps, and also our Defense First Connecticut camp, which we ended up bringing Defense First to New York last year. So we also have the Enroll, which obviously that's where you would go and enroll for the camps. And we also have Book Private. The privates are completely with me, and I will be on the ice. And typically they're going to be in the mornings, all at Scotiabank Pond. And it's been pretty amazing working with the youth, kind of getting them up and early rising and gets them on the ice for an hour and gets them off to school. Then we also have video game review, which is amazing. It allows me to go and evaluate the game and really break down exactly what they should be doing. For the kids that have been to Defense First, it's really great at taking what they learned in camp and applying it right in the game and getting real-time reviews of it. So that's always been pretty successful. So let's go into the schedule here. All right, so we have our March break, as I mentioned, July. We have our winter break. We have one girls' camp this year, and then we have our New York camp. March break's already completed. We almost sold out everything there. So obviously making sure that you are paying attention to when our camps are released, so you're able to get in there before they get sold out. So we have two types of camps. We have our Focus camp, which typically is going to be the 12 players on the ice max. And then we have our full camp, which would be 20 players on the ice. Our coach to player ratio is 5-1. So it's pretty low considering there's other camps that pack on 30 kids on the ice. We have max of 20 kids on the ice or our 12 camp. And I do it based on what the subject is, what we're teaching. So let's go into the July 1st week. July is a little different this year. It's almost like 5 weeks in July, the way that it falls in there. So we have our development games camp, which is amazing. If you guys have any questions about development games camp, you click on the learn more button, which We go and do a lot of one-on-one, two-on-one situations, kind of make it fun, make it interactive, that the kids are doing different exercises to kind of have a little competition. That's been pretty successful. We also have our special teams camp, which is very new this year. We have 11 through 13 years old, and we're basically focusing on special teams camp. Okay, I have the wrong link on there. So let's go special teams camp. So this is, we're going to be going over power play and penalty kill. More from the defensive side of things. So it's going to be very amazing that I'm able to break everything down. A lot of kids have a lot of questions based on penalty kill and power play. So this is one thing that I'm excited that we're able to have this year. So those are basically the 8 through 10. It is from 7 to 9 in the morning, and then 9 to 11 for special teams, 11 to 13. Getting into week 2, we have the complete defender for the 8 through 10s. It was very, very successful last year. We had a pretty big crowd of the 8 through 10-year-olds. So that is from 7 to 9 in the morning. So the complete defender, it is basically going over fundamentals. And this is only a 4-day camp. Some of them, they are 5-day camps, which includes a summary day. So the first day is kind of going over fundamentals. It's breaking down your stride, the player's stride, trying to eliminate as many crossovers as possible, discussing about stick placement, how important that is, and how we're able to influence the play, because that will go and lead into day 2, which is the one-on-one day. So we're going to be talking about teaching positioning, control, recognizing up in north and south, east and west, where you got to be. We are going to be going over escape moves, different things like that, trying to go and play that perfect one-on-one. Day 3 is going into 2-on-1s, which is my favorite. With a 1-on-1, you're gapping up with the player. With a 2-on-1, you're gapping up with the passing lane. We're going to be going over how to master that 2-on-1 to go and actually take back control, even though you are down 2-on-1. I don't really look at it like that. I look at it that it's a 2-on-2. You got your goalie back there. So we're going to go in and position ourselves. We're going to do different, just like the 1-on-1, we're going to be different scenarios, kind of coming down, kind of on the right side, coming down the middle. We're going to be coming out from the corner. There's going to be lots of different scenarios. Then we're going to go into offense from the back end. So this is going to be a day 4, which is going to be kind of almost the transitioning, kind of the neutral zone to the offensive zone, walking the line, how to be a little bit more movement, being a threat at all times, having your stick open, really going over efficiently, receiving that puck and shooting it right away instead of receiving it, stick handling, and then by the time you shoot it, a lot of players have recovered and they're back right in their shooting lane. So that is the complete defender. So we have that both for the 8 through 10s, and we have it for the 11 through 13. And then we're going to be going into a positioning checking camp. So the positioning checking camp is really focusing on your stance as far as going over structure in your stride, our transition from backwards to forwards, forwards to backwards, really emphasizing being in your power stance. Our power stance is you stand up completely straight and you bend your knees just ever so slightly. You don't want to be too low and you don't want to be too high. We're going to be teaching what an opposition player wants to happen. Opposition player wants you to stand up straight because you have no balance. So being down in your structured stance, in your power stance, and being able to, if somebody pushed your shoulder from behind, you don't want to see this. You want to be kind of, if they push you, you want your whole entire body to go along with you. So that is a very, very important, especially getting into that checking and being able to, it doesn't matter how tall you are or how short you are. It's really going into the structure in your stride and trying to go and understand that when you go from bent leg to straight leg, that is when you're exploding. That is when you are propelling into that player. The way that I teach it is you're not ending your hit at the player, you're ending the hit, because if you're ending the hit at the player, you're only putting enough energy to go and meet that player. But if you are focused of going and hitting that player 2 feet behind, you're going to put way more energy into it. So it's a different mindset. It's a different way that we teach it at Defense First. So we do have, based on this, we do have a 13 through 14-year-olds and a 15 through 17-year-olds. So there's 2 different groups, and we like to keep them separate in order to, obviously, there's different sizes. A lot of people, the 17-year-olds are going to be way too big for the 14-year-olds. So that's that. And getting into July week 3, which we're going to be mainly focused on 11 through 13-year-olds. We're going to be focusing on transition to offense. So this is, I look at in the defensive zone, I look at that. You can be very offensive in the defensive zone. That transition, going back for the puck, is so vital to your breakout. So understanding every single option. A lot of players, I'll ask them, okay, how many options do you have going back for that puck? They're like, oh, we go behind the net or turn up. I'm like, well, you got to use the right lingo for it. There's wheel, there's quick up, there is obviously not incorporating your partner, but you do have DDD, you have a rim, you have quick up with a off the glass, but a lot of people think that just stops with that. I look at it, there's several more. So if the player's right behind you, go east to go west to go east. That is another option as well. And a lot of players don't understand too that sometimes you have to eat the puck. Hold that puck, waiting for more people to come. So that is what we're going to be focusing on in the transition to offense. And this is a small group one. So it's a little bit more expensive, but it's based on us going in and working with only 12 kids on the ice. So the ratio is very, very good as well. So now we're going to get into offense from the defense. This is more moving into the neutral zone to the end offensive zone. So neutral zone, transitional, working with your partner, DDD up, DDD using cross ice, DDD center. So we're going to be going over all those different transitions through the neutral zone and then getting into the offensive zone, working the blue line, receiving the puck, getting the puck off. And now we get into our July week 4. So this is basically working with our 8 through 10s, transition to offense and offense for the defense, which I just explained based on our 11 through 13. Now getting into our July 5th week. So this is for our complete defender, but we are going to be more focusing on 11 through 14, and it's AAA only. We are going to be going and doing the girls only camp for that as well. And the complete defender, I already explained about it. If you need to learn more and read more about it, click on that learn more button. And then we also have the 14 through 17, the complete defender, but that is AA top tier and AAA players for that. And finally, we get into the Connecticut camp. So we can learn more about it. It is on an amazing campus in Stamford, the Chelsea Piers, Connecticut. And it's for forwards and D. All our programs are for forward and defensemen. Forwards got to be able to go and transition backwards and being able to, a lot of it, especially in our one-on-one day, a lot of these techniques we actually teach going forward first. And a lot of people say angling. I like to call it influencing. We're going to be influencing that to that player, where we want that player to go, not where he wants to go. And then we haven't announced our winter break schedule, but we will be doing that around in September. And then obviously we got the girls camps for that. We have Focus Defend the Rush. That was in actually our March break camp. And then we also have the Complete Defender. So hopefully that educates you a little bit more on our programs, and it allows you to understand that we are not just any camp out there. We are a thinking camp, and we strive ourselves to be very unique as far as we don't just go and let mistakes happen. We go and bring everybody together, and we like to explain it based on, and not showing someone up based on a mistake, but using that as a teaching lesson. So any questions you have, feel free to email us at info@defensefirst.com and get in touch with Anna, or and then if you wanted to say, hey, you wanted to speak with me, I will go and find some time to reach out to you. All right, amazing. It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure hopping on this call. Really excited about these July camps. This is where I shine in these things, and there should be some private lessons also, all for you to book during this time as well. So amazing. Looking forward to some amazing development this summer. Thanks.